It's about that time for some transparent conversation. Take off the mask, gotta be real, let them know what you facing. It's about that time for some transparent conversation. Take off the mask, gotta be real, let them know what you facing. Give your battles to the Lord so he can take you on new level. Use that pain, turn it to purpose, run in circles round the devil. Let God fight your battle. Business is here to just be real, stop the flexing. Tell the truth, cause he ain't got no time for the guessing. He give you blessings, blessings bigger than Respucia. His plans to prosper you and give you hope and a future. It's about that time for some transparent conversation. Take off the mask, gotta be real, let them know what you facing.
Welcome to Transparent Conversations with Latoya, here on D30 Radio, the hottest and trendiest internet radio of all time. My topic for today is life after surviving breast cancer 4 times. My guest is Miss Bunny Bell, a true warrior, and she's going to share with you all her testimony today of how she overcame breast cancer 4 times. And Miss Bunny, how are you doing today?
I am good, and thank you for having me on, Latoya.
Oh, my pleasure. Tell everybody a little bit about you.
I am a 4-time cancer survivor, but it's 2 breasts, 2 thyroid. And I'm just excited to be here, and I'm doing good. I'm busy as a one-armed bandit right now. And
Yes.
You know, I really thought the COVID-19, we didn't know what to expect from that. We didn't know if we could survive being shut down for 3 months with no income, or if we was going to keep going.
Right.
And the corporate shut down, but I stayed on. God is good.
God is awesome. Yes, he is. Yes,
God is good.
Yes, he is.
So the business that shut down, I'm now getting all their business here in Winchester. So we've been pretty busy, and the Wetumpka store is picking up.
Okay.
They're getting busy. New medical directors are going in. New, I think, facilities are going in with the medical field.
Awesome.
They're sending them to Wetumpka to be fitted. So I'm excited about that.
Okay, tell everybody a little bit about your background, where you're from, and when did you start your business, and where?
I started the business in Martinsburg, West Virginia on King Street back in 2009. I just heard a calling from the Lord. I was in the corporate world working in the car business. I had already had cancer twice then. First time I had a lumpectomy, then second time it came back 6 years later, and I went on and had a mastectomy done. So I had a removal of the left breast. They didn't find anything in my lymph nodes, which was good. Chemo, radiation, I had to go through several times, losing my hair, losing energy, and but through this, once I got through this, that's when I felt the calling that this is something I was supposed to be doing. So we opened up the business small, just probably 400 square foot space.
Wow. So
downtown Martinsburg.
Okay. So after opening the business, you decided that you wanted to start your own nonprofit. And why did you want to start your own nonprofit? I know because you went through the breast cancer, and you just probably, just the different things that you went through. But what is it, the reason that prompted you to start the nonprofit?
Well, that's funny. It didn't say, the nonprofit actually started before the business. Nonprofit, yes. It was called Sisters United. I started the nonprofit. I used to be worthy matron in the Easter Star.
Mm-hmm.
So I used to do fundraisers. I always liked doing fundraisers, raising money. The problem with raising money with the Easter Star, nothing wrong with it, but the money was going into, the higher ups, and they divvied out the money. I couldn't tell them where to put the money at. But I always knew that I wanted to help people. So we started for like 7 women. We started as Sisters United. It went good for about 4 or 5 years. And then I met a girl who was doing some trying to find me grants, and she kept saying, Bonnie, this is bigger than you think. And then all of a sudden, it kind of like dwindled down for Sisters United a little bit. It's like we had good meetings, but we didn't.
Right.
And she gave me the name Breast and Body. That's where Breast and Body actually started. B&B started first. That was B&B.
Right. Okay.
And then the nonprofit changed from Sisters United over to Breast and Body, and I got a whole new crew. And this was nobody but God, because B&B's always stood for Breast and Body. I just didn't know it.
Right.
And then when I went to Winchester under B&B's, I hired Bonita after a couple of years. Her husband, Seth, that's, worked for, he's a professor at Chandler University. Well, he couldn't comprehend B&B's and Breast and Body.
Right.
And I kept trying to tell him it's really just one. So they had to make me to be transparent with this. And that's where mine came in, to where it had to be one, had to click. I am a profit for nonprofit. Still the same name, but women and men are understanding now. Breast and Body, now they see a whole picture where they couldn't distinguish between the two.
Right.
Now they see when they come in to buy Breast and Body at the store, it goes into Breast and Body, the nonprofit.
Okay.
Now people are beginning to see that circle, which is good. And we're excited about that. So that's how it became that full circle.
Okay. And the nonprofit, I know the nonprofit has actually helped people here in my area, in the Columbus, Georgia, Phoenix City area. So your nonprofit helps a lot of women all over the world if they need help.
Yes. Well, when we set up the nonprofit, me and my friends set the Breast and Body up. I didn't want to just say, okay, if you don't live in Martinsburg or Charlestown area, I can't help you. I couldn't distinguish age, address, color, religion to help somebody.
Right.
It didn't make sense to me, all because you live 30 miles or 300 miles, 3,000 miles, or even overseas, where we've helped over in Uganda, Nigeria, and we've helped a lady in Mexico and a lady in India.
Wow.
So address never meant anything to me. I wanted to be large. I wanted to be able to help whoever was in need. So yes, Columbus, Georgia, and Alabama, Phoenix, Alabama, Wetumpka area, we are helping all over.
Wow.
We are helping wherever our need is. That's where we're putting our money at.
Wow. And that's a blessing, because God has been blessing you all for being such a blessing to others.
Yes.
Yes. Okay. And I know that you all do the prosthesis, all of that.
We do, yes. We do the silicone prosthetics, non-silicone prosthetics. I even am now doing the custom prosthetics for women who is, through their surgery, not all surgeries looks the same. And not one fit prosthesis fit the same. So when you go through this, we need to feel whole again. And not all surgeons cut the same. So, it's like one style of shoe doesn't fit for everything. One style prosthesis don't fit for everything. So we needed choices. So now we are doing customs. I was doing that before, but I've really started increasing in that. I am actually, Wetumpka will be starting their own customs as well here within a month.
Okay, awesome. Awesome. Now, what about insurance? If they have insurance, will their insurance cover the prosthetics?
Some yes. Okay. If you, depending on your insurance. Now, Medicare will not pay for the customs. They have a code for it, but they don't feel that's medical necessary for a woman, which I disagree.
Okay.
But that's a fight we're still fighting for. They feel that off the shelf is just as good. And it's not always true. Now, as far as insurance, Medicare doesn't pay that. Some Blue Cross does. Blue Cross in Alabama will not cover it.
Oh, wow.
But Blue Cross in Georgia will.
Wow.
For some reason, the Alabama Blue Cross is probably one of the Blue Cross that I found that doesn't honor like the other Blue Crosses does. It's by state. But mostly insurance covers it. A lot of insurance covers it. The problem is not all the time insurance. It's the deductible that the patient has.
Right.
Now, I'm finding a lot of people that has good insurance or okay insurance, they have different deductibles. Like, for example, my deductible is $350, but my neighbor that comes in the door, her deductible could be $2,000.
Right.
Out of pocket $5,000. So they have to meet that before they will pay for a prosthetic.
Oh, wow.
And if they don't have that, you can walk someplace, you can go in somewhere and try to, say, I want a prosthesis. You're going to get the bill. We have to legally send them a bill.
Gotcha.
But we also send them a sheet saying, if you can't afford this, this is why we have the nonprofit.
Gotcha.
This is why we do what we do, because a lot of women can't afford that.
Gotcha. Okay, now what all do you offer for the ladies that are going through breast cancer as far as, like, what do you carry? I know you have the wigs.
We have the wigs, the mastectomy, the non-silicone, silicone, custom. We have bathing suits. We have caps, scarves. We have, and as far as the prosthetic, I'm thinking about me, that's basically all I ever needed was my bras, my prosthetic, my scarf, my hat, my wig, and that's what we need. Tasha, now in the Wetumpka store with Natasha, she has been growing the line for her soaps and lotion. She has come up with some healing process for radiation burns. And we do have it. We have compressions, and we have a garment that is designed for radiation. Now, Tasha has came up with a cream that would help with those burns that I cannot go into right now because, when Tasha starts something, I have to wait till she's finished.
Absolutely. I understand.
Yes. When she gets finished, it'll be on our website, and it's got, she's also have pain cream that Wayne has tried that's got CBD oil in it.
Okay.
That's the legal CBD oil, and Wayne has tried it, and Chrissy's tried it. So we started more of a healing process in our store too. So it's for cancer patients and non-cancer patients.
Okay.
And Chrissy fractured her hip. So she was having some pain in her hip. She used the cream, and she came back and told me that it did help.
Okay.
It helped a lot with her joints.
Awesome. Awesome. I know a lot of the times when the ladies come in, you have to give them words of encouragement because, because of everything they're going through dealing with the breast cancer. Can you hear me?
Are you still?
I'm still here.
Yes, I'm sorry.
No.
A blank went through. I didn't hear you.
No. I was saying, I know that a lot of the women that come in there when they're going through the breast cancer, you have to give them words of encouragement when they come in because of the things that they're going through dealing with the breast cancer. And with you having experienced it, you give them a lot of words of wisdom. I've seen you encourage a lot of the ladies that have come in there when I visited Virginia,
Right.
The Virginia store. So how long have you actually had the nonprofit in your business?
Like I said, the nonprofit started first. The business started in 2009.
Okay.
But I had to learn how to pray. I had to learn how to encourage them through my pain and sorrow.
Right.
And everything I went through. And I had to learn to... I know when they tell me what they have. I know when they tell me what stages they are. And I lost a sister-in-law who started with cervical cancer. And it was very it was very hurtful. So dealing with cancer on all levels is hard. And you just got to keep them encouraged. And the one thing I try to always do is try to lead them to the Lord.
Right.
Because nobody wants to leave this earth and not being saved.
Right.
So when I talk to them on their level, for one, see where they're at, ask them for prayer. If they would want me to pray with them, if they say yes, then I would pray with them. I would let them know there's always light at the end of the tunnel, and cancer is never a death sentence. Because no matter where we go, we're still alive if we know the Lord. And I always encourage them with that. And I just try to lead them to the Lord and do the best I can. I just pray first and ask the Lord to give me wisdom and knowledge, just even what to say to them, because I don't know sometimes even what to say to them, because I know the end result.
Right.
I know how far that cancer spread, and so I have to go to the Lord myself and say, okay, what should I say to them? How
Right.
can I encourage them?
Right.